So the MMA world's been abuzz with a little bit of news. The reigning light heavyweight champion Jamal Hill has unfortunately suffered an Achilles tendon tear in his last fight, forcing him to vacate his title. This unfortunate setback opens up new opportunities for contenders in the division, including the potential introduction of an interim title to keep the division active. And with UFC 291 presenting Alex Pereira versus Jan Blachowicz, this could be an interesting title matchup, interim title matchup. So let's talk about it. This tantalizing prospect opens up a crazy amount of possibilities in the future. If Pereira wins, especially, because Pereira and his longtime rival, Israel Adesanya, could potentially face each other if Pereira wins, and they would be facing each other for the light heavyweight belt. It would be super fun for the fans, I think, lore-wise. I think we all can agree on that. For the UFC lore, if they faced for, what would it be, a fifth time, I think, between kickboxing and MMA, to finally settle it 5 rounds, as a light heavyweight for a new belt, man, that would be exciting. So let's dig into this a little bit. Now, of course, Jan Blachowicz is no easy task for Alex Pereira, so he can't look ahead, or we can't look ahead, rather, into the future as MMA fans, because this is going to be a very tough fight. He's obviously a previous UFC champion for the light heavyweight division, and he's a very, very talented fighter. His leg kicks are absolutely brutal, so it's going to be interesting to see that against Alex Pereira. And of course, he's just well-rounded. He's well-rounded all across the board. So Blachowicz is no easy task for Alex Pereira. And it's going to be really fun to watch Alex Pereira fight in light heavyweight. And I'm super excited to see it. I think it's an underrated fight on the card. Not many people are talking about it. But now that Jamal Hill's out of the question, the potential for an interim title would be absolutely nuts for this fight. I think it would really, really hype it up a lot. So it's kind of a blessing, I think, if this actually can come into fruition, because seeing Israel come up into light heavyweight to fight Alex again would be absolutely nuts. I think we all can agree on that, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's boring, but I think they still have unsettled business, especially with the stuff that Israel said about Alex's kid, and if you guys don't know what I mean, we might show that on the channel later, but I think it's on the Andrew Schultz podcast is when he talks about it. So, yeah. If Alex Pereira were to emerge victorious against Jan Blachowicz and claim the interim light heavyweight title, it would absolutely set the stage for a highly anticipated showdown with Israel Adesanya. The rival between Pereira and Adesanya would take on a completely new dimension as they would meet in a different weight class, adding an extra layer of intensity and spectacle to their clash. So, it's an exciting thing to think about and daydream about as an MMA fan, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am, because the opportunity is there. All right, guys, I'm out.